this this ability to write songs, you know, funny songs, romantic songs, social commentary songs, and sometimes they got all wrapped up in the same thing. In the same song, you'd have all three things or even more. And the irony is that the specificity, think about this. On the surface, your logic would say if something's so specific, if you can see it in your mind, it's just that one thing, right? But the grand irony of it, and Tom knows this all too well, is that the more specific you get, the more universal you get. The more that you get a picture in your mind, the more that you can apply it to your own life and have your own emotions about it. It's the same way with good writing. You know, if you can see it, then you're more riveted to it. And the song that that you're about to hear from Tom is the same song that he performed at the Birchmere in 1999 that I heard him perform at the Goodman Tribute. And I could introduce, if I want to say something more about it, I'll do it afterwards. Please welcome Tom Paxton with My Old Man.
I was born in Chicago, lived there till I was 10, and speaking of the Cub fans, we were Cub fans, although we lived on the south side. I can't imagine why that was, but we were Cub fans, and I like to tell people that it was as a young man in Chicago that I learned that to be a Cub fan is, in Isaiah's words, to be a person of sorrow and acquainted with grief. But it is something that doesn't leave you, is it? Now, Steve Goodman was and remains on my top 5 favorite live performers I've ever seen. I saw Elvis in 1957 in Oklahoma City. Steve belonged on the same stage with him. I've never seen anyone with the energy that Steve brought to the stage. He kind of created his own weather system up there. I remember once in Milwaukee during the summer, there's a summer fest that they have down by the lake there, and I had done my little bit, and then I sat down at the side of the stage while Steve did his. I was no farther away than people in the first row here from him. And I just sat there really drinking it in, because he did the whole set basically on his tiptoes. He just couldn't contain the energy. And I've never forgotten that for his encore, he came back and did a note for note perfect version of My Prayer. Who was it who had the hit of that back in the 50s? Who?
The Platters.
The Platters. And My Prayer, complete with the falsetto at the end. It was just phenomenal. Well, this song of Steve's is anything but in that mood. It's a song of pure love for his father, called My Old Man. I miss my old man tonight. I wish he was here with me, with his corny jokes and his cheap cigar, and look you in the eye and sell you a car. That's not an easy thing to do, but no one ever knew a more charming creature on this earth than my old man. I don't usually interrupt a song, but I have to tell you that in my opinion, this next verse, one of the most perfect verses I've ever heard. He was a pilot in the big war in the U.S. Army Air Corps. fly C-47 with a heavy load, with combat cargo for the Burma Road. And after they dropped the bomb, he came home and married Mom. And not long after that, he was mine. And oh, the fights we had when my brother and I got him mad. He'd get all boiled up and he'd start to shout, and I tuned him out. I knew what was coming, so I turned him out. And now the old man's gone, I'd give everything I own to hear what he said when I wasn't listening to mine. I miss my old man tonight. I can almost see his face. He was always trying to watch his weight. His heart only made it to 58. For the first time since he died, late last night I cried. I wondered when I was gonna do that. Wondered when I was gonna do that.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much.